Okay, so how is everybody doing today? Today is February 22nd, and we have a Sony stereo tuner that does not have any line fuse in the AC primary and no fuse in the secondary either. So we're going to put a fuse in the AC primary for fire prevention, and I'll show you step by step how to do it. But consult with an authorized service center before doing any work with anything electrical or electronic. Okay, so first we'll take the top off the unit here. And as you can see, the power comes in from the power cord here, comes around, goes straight to the board. These are just jumper wires. This is a little capacitor, and there is no fuse in here anywhere. No fuse on the secondary side either. Okay, so first we'll look at our cord, see that the neutral side and the live side are polarized. The live side is the narrow blade, the neutral side is the wider blade, and the one with the green is going over to this side. So we're going to take this wire off here. We'll just unwrap it from that. And we'll cut that off there, and we'll give it a nice new strip piece there. Okay, we'll take a piece of 18 gauge wire here. See our strands there? We'll twist them together really tight. We're going to use some rosin flux here. Okay, so we're going to take our fuse block and see our solder terminals there. I'm going to take some very fine sandpaper, and we're going to just clean that up a little bit so we get a good solder connection there. Same thing on the other side. Now we're ready to Okay, so first we'll get our soldering iron tip cleaned up here. We'll take our wire, bring it in through the hole on the bottom here, make sure no strands are sticking out on the bottom. I'll take the pliers and I'll squeeze this side down and bring that side up. I'll dip the soldering wire into some flux there. I'll flux the top and the bottom. And I'll do what's called a drop solder, heating the wire and the terminal. Turn it over, the solder flowed through on the other side. We'll do the same again on this side. We'll put our wire in through the hole. I'll come up just a little bit higher. I'll squeeze down and bring that end up. Take the soldering wire, I'll dip it in the flux. I'll put some flux here on the top and on the bottom. Put some wire, soldering wire onto the soldering iron, melt it onto the, which will melt it onto the end of the tip, and we'll heat both the wire and the terminal to get a nice flow. So we got a very nice clean solder joint there. So on this side we'll strip this a little bit longer here. I'll bring this out of the way. I'm going to come around this terminal here, making sure all the strands are in, and I'll wrap them around neatly. I'll take the pliers and I'll go around it a few times. I'll push them down and I'll squeeze them together. I'm squeezing them all together, wrapping them around nice and tight. Okay, so I got them all nice and neatly wrapped in there. I'll take some flux on the end of the soldering wire here, and I'll just go around it with the flux. Okay, I'm going to clean the end of the iron again here. And we will solder this wire. We'll just tin the iron just a little bit. We'll heat I'll go down along the side there. There we go. We got a real nice solder joint there. When I'm done with the soldering iron, I'll just tin the tip. I'll just let that cool a minute before I touch it. Okay, so the way we're going to mount this in here is so that the wire dress is like this, or will it look better like that? I think I'll do it like this. I think it will look better like that. So what I'm going to do is I'll move this out of the way so you can see it there. This is a separator here to isolate the chassis from the rivets on the bottom of the block there, and there. And we'll just tighten that screw up. Get our plastic lined up neat. And get our block lined up neat there. Alrighty, so now we can put our half amp fuse in there. There is my soldering up close. And that is the front of the unit. Thanks for watching.